Hello dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, this is Uncut Fishing and this is spring. Wow, I've been waiting for that. It's evening. I'll actually check the time. What do we have? 5:50. That is 10 minutes to 6 in the evening. Yeah, difficult to get out these days. Crazy times. And the stream, that's my first cast, looks very low. The wind is just insane. It's pretty actually cold. This is it. That's kind of weather you should expect, this type of a period. I could even call it green winter, but that will pass. And although conditions are not ideal by any means, the stream is running way too low for this time of year, but you can get out. You should get out and then think about the fish later. This is not a very high profile stream, high quality stream. You have not seen it before on my channel, and I used to like it a lot, but in the recent years I pretty much stopped going here because due to climate change, I suppose, it started losing water in the summer. In the summer it would simply drop to insanely low levels and simply unsustainable. And I don't know, larger fish will find it difficult to live here. Look at those natural springs. This is what it should look like midsummer, not right now. Oh, that's nice. The stream is not dead. Come here. Here it is, 25 centimeters, 10 inches more or less. I'm using a spinner with a streamer, something I became fond of, I think last spring, or was it 2 years ago. The time flies so fast. In the summer I don't use it a lot, but just to change things up a bit, decided to put it on. It will be very interesting to see if this is just a lucky take or the fish are indeed biting, because in the spring, especially in these conditions, you never know, the fish may be as inactive as in the cold water. Okay, as you can see, the stream is not the most fisherman friendly place there is, but it's a plus for me. not be checking tiny runs. Let's look for some sort of holes or deeper runs. Okay, this will happen with this thing. The lower treble will catch the line from time to time. Not ideal cast, but I'm content. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of natural springs, a lot of them. Oh man, no. As you can see, this is very tight, and I'm using 7 feet 10, 2 meters 40 spinning, and it is doable. It is doable. You don't need these tiny rods even in streams like that. And for some reason people fish for trout even in large rivers using 6 feet or shorter spinnings, which is, I don't know, makes no sense at all to me. Longer spinning is much more versatile. Oh man. Yeah, that tangling of this spinner is a problem. Decent spot. Nothing comes out. That's interesting also. I would probably skip this if I didn't get that take so quickly. Another tasty spot. Yeah, so far I've been checking these pretty, let's say, small runs, mostly no big holes, but because that one take was in a pretty small run, it's interesting to check everything. Okay. This is definitely a good hole. No. No, immediately I knew it will not be good. I don't want to get the spinner too low so that I don't snag it on my first casts. That's just money. A very good spot. But if my memories are something to judge by what to expect, I shouldn't be expecting fish everywhere. Yeah, but I chose this stream out of a limited amount of options that I had, basically because I knew that it will at least be interesting to fish in, even if I will not catch much. Here's an old beaver dam. They shouldn't be rebuilt, but who knows, some may not even be broken after the winter like that. We'll see. That run, by the way, is very good. So this is the second very good hole. By the way, I'm using spinner size number 2, and it's a pretty small spinner. Even in a spring like that, I probably should be using something larger, just because the takes are not very active, and if by some chance a larger one comes out, I will have better chances to hook it, and on the other hand, maybe a larger spinner will be more interesting to a larger trout. You never know, actually. Yeah, beavers are active here. Yeah, perfect spots as I expected. Very interesting to fish in. Water is falling from the banks everywhere, and yet the water level in the stream is very low. Nothing. Oh, okay. still don't want to use a landing net. If I don't have to, I will not use it. Here it is. High 20s, maybe borderline 30. 12 inches, 11 and a half maybe. Yeah, so 2 takes, both showed themselves on the first cast, so as usual, there are not as many fish in there as there are. The amount, in other words, of good spots is bigger than the amount of fish to occupy those spots. What happened? Did I stick the reel into the water? Sometimes I do that without knowing. Hopefully not. Some people stick their reels into the water without hesitation. No, I don't do it. I like to use the same reel for as long as possible. Now I'm beginning to think that maybe I should have started further downstream. I like to choose the stretches which are quite often worse, less accessible. I just like it that way. I think the trout have already spawned, so these gravel bottoms, they are suitable for trout spawning. Obviously there will not be a lot of spawning beds simply because the population of fish is small, but in any case I'm pretty confident I will not step onto a spawning bed and crush the fish eggs. They should be already out. Let's try the flat water for a change. Pretty interesting. Maybe too much stuff in the water. less twists, less bends, and immediately no holes. Obviously that's to be expected. Oh! I hooked him in the head, probably. No, I hooked him right here. No harm. Then 25, maybe 24 centimeters, maybe 23, I don't know. But yeah, they are alive. They are alive. What happened here? Interesting tangle. Yeah, this pin is a mess. This thing called streamer is a mess. But in the water it looks fine. I don't know, if this is not interesting to you to look at, then you are not a trout or a small stream trout fisherman. Such an interesting stream at this time of year, obviously. You may suspect that beavers will flood all of it. And imagine that the water levels fall to add insult to injury. So yeah, now is the time. This is an awesome bend. Absolutely fantastic. And sometimes you think, okay, if there are large fish in there, in the stream in general, you will be sitting in a spot like this, and you reach it and you get no takes, and then you wonder, maybe there is this large fish sitting here. Who knows? But this slot, he had a very good yard against around the house, definitely for a wealthy owner. But you never know, the fish, they see the stream differently. Maybe it is, for example, too open, but it is not that open. Maybe. The casts are chronically too short. Okay, this one got off. I don't mind. Definitely better than landing it for sure with the net, torturing it in that net, and then letting it go. I don't know why, for some reason, some people think that landing a fish into the net is somehow better for it. I think it's just worse. Unless you are really a bad handler of the fish. Okay, it was take number 4, and the first one I didn't unhook. What is wrong? Sometimes you get these mysterious, what did I do here? Oh man. Completely illogical pickle I got in here. This is worth checking out. Why not? No. Spot. First of all, we'll try the downstream part. Maybe the fish will come out if it's there. Was that a take? I could not see. Yeah. Okay, so second fish to avoid being unhooked by me. And yeah, this streamer has a very small treble at the end and larger single hook, so if a fish hits the small treble, the hookups are not very good, but there are no ideal lures in that regard. None is ideal. Oh, okay. And it's tangled. How did it tangle? Okay, this trout didn't touch the spinner on the first cast, and interestingly is not coming out again. Oh man. Yeah, now I'm standing on top of it. Let's just check this out like that. So I'm sort of running out of luck. First 3 fish hooked and released, then 2 unhooked it themselves, couldn't land them, and now an unsuccessful take. This is interesting. Can't see the bottom again due to low sun, but oh, I think there is something in there. Oh, it's a small fish, but it managed to snatch the reel handle out of my hands, and that's pretty much why I lost it. very energetic. Wow, yeah, those are the humongous beaver dams that are there in the summer. But so far, not a single trout. Yeah, and the beaver dam upstream is functional, so there will be a stretch with water up a bit, but fear not, we will enter the forest eventually. It's strange, not a single take in between those beaver dams. I don't know, all of this looks like there could be a trout in there. And I'm hesitant to put the spinner down. I would rather have slightly lower likelihood of attracting the fish than losing time with some serious snag. Definitely this stretch is not producing compared to the natural forest. Wind catches the spinner, and furthermore, for some reason you cannot see it when it's in the air. Wow, look at that beaver house over there. I suspect I will have to go around. Okay. Now one of my treble hooks, as you can see, has been bent. Maybe that's why I lost those couple of fish. Another one is also out of shape. Yeah, the wires are very thin. I may have to blink up to that fallen tree. We'll see. Yeah, blinking is not necessary, especially with views like that. Even if there are no takes, it's still so interesting to cast into such water, and it's always easy to picture fish. This is a bend, so naturally it should be good. Water is very clear. Oh, okay, that was a take. We'll try again. I just retrieved too slowly. The fish wasn't a giant, similar to all the remaining ones, more or less. No, that same fish is no longer interested, and I'm definitely not as interested, so that to start experimenting with it, let's leave it alone. standing on top of some beavers' heads. Oh yeah, they are not happy. Decided to leave the house. I'll leave them alone, just from underneath my feet. They went into the water. This is a very good spot. Oh man. It was a very good cast, but that grass that is barely visible, old one, stopped me from having a retrieve. Okay, I get the take, so no complaints. Centimeters, some blood, but definitely nothing serious, just a single hook into the corner of the mouth. The streamer wire has been bent 80 degrees backwards. Okay, nice. Now I need to go around this, and probably the best way to go is over there. Yeah, it's very easy to walk right now. Very soon it will become overgrown. Okay, lost that bit, but I'm not worried. I will make some casts. I already caught a fish next to that fallen tree. Maybe there is more, but not very likely. there's more. Another high 20s. Ah man, pull the muscle a bit. Shoulder muscle. Ah man, strong. Ah man. Tried to stretch to reach the water to wet my hand and badly pulled the muscle. Oh. I'm tempted to go and try that fallen tree very quickly, simply because it's so easy to access right now. Again, this is deep, but I will not go deep. The snag is very likely here. That will be enough. Not the best of casts, but 2 fish caught in the vicinity. Very happy. Probably the smallest one yet. Yeah, sticking your hand into the water is not very pleasant. Water temperature is definitely still very low, and yeah, temperature isn't that high either. Oh, was that another take? Some of you asked if I ever make overhead casts. Not often, but here was one. Oh, I don't get it. Is there shallow over there and I'm hitting the bottom? Or are there stakes? Because I'm retrieving close to the surface. No, these are very much like takes. Could be more small trout in there, like the one I just got. That's not very interesting. Yeah, this is very deep where I got those nibbles. As you can see, we have a tributary and the water in it is much less clear. Okie dokie. Yeah, the water is very different color. Just on the break between the two streams in the seam. Exactly in the seam there was a tick. This is also pretty clear, but when you see the water side by side, you can definitely notice the difference. The stream is small and flat. Fishing it. This underwater log, which I'm not sure that you can see, is a pretty good spot. Okay, we'll see if things remain good, because they have been good up till this point. The stream is now smaller. We are back into the woods. The effect of the beaver dam will soon evaporate. again. It's pretty deep. Oh, there is a fish. It's pretty deep, but I don't want to get the spinner too deep, so that I snag and then it's game over. Oh. Not a large fish, but yeah, I've been having trouble hooking them in the second half of this segment. Could be the only fish in there actually. Yeah, nothing else is showing up. This was a good bend, it deserved a larger fish, and obviously there still may be a larger fish in there. Oh man. Okay. Not a large fish. So, with this beautiful, if not really large trout, but this is that type of stream, we will finish this segment. Once again, thanks for watching, folks. This was Uncut Fishing, and I'll see you next time.